everyone, Gina with Belly Beads Paper Jewelry, here today to bring you a tutorial on this leather double wrap bracelet made with my beads. And this is actually featured in one of my other tutorials, the Halloween special. I had a lot of requests on how to make it, and here it is. So let's get ready. Let me show you what are the supplies for this particular bracelet. They are, I have leather, my paper beads, a button, and some jump rings. So the supplies you're going to need today are tape measure, scissors, wire cutters, jump ring pliers, some cement glue, and of course the beads, paper beads, some jump rings, some tassels, and of course a button. Now, before I begin, I just wanted to share with you. I had a lot of questions asked. What are the materials that I use other than leather? There are a ton, and if I can get my hands on anything, I'll make something out of it. But just to give you an idea, I also use stretchy cord, and I like this, and I would highly recommend if you're a beginner with beading, I would go with the stretchy cord because it's really, really easy to make the bracelets. And what I like to do is I'm very color coordinating. I love to color coordinate everything. Sometimes I will mix and match, but if I have like a blue bead, if I'm going with blue tones and purple tones, I'll use my blue stretchy cord, or green, or my brown. So I like to finish and polish off my bracelets really nicely. I also have wax cord. This is really nice too, in lieu of my leather. I'll use that. Then there's Ceylon thread. I use this for my macrame laddering bracelets. This is a lot of fun too. I'll have those in tutorials. But if you've never worked with leather before, I would highly recommend just picking up one of these small little packages on a cord at your local Hobby Lobby or craft store. It gives you 3 colors that you can play with, and it gives you a whole bunch that you can really make you can make a lot of bracelets out of it. But this is so you can get the feel of the leather and how it works for you. Now, once you have worked with it, you can also buy a ton of it, like I did on Amazon online, and these are great fall colors. There's I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a bronze, and they have like a shimmer to it, and that's a brown, and this is a green, like a seafoam green. All right, so let's get started here. You want to have your tape measure, wrap it around your arm, and depending on how many rows of beads you want, that will depend on the size of your leather. So my wrist is 7 inches. You want to multiply that by 3, which is 21. Then I'll add a couple more inches onto that, like 23, 24 inches, because at the end we tie a knot, and that takes up a lot of the room. So I had already gone ahead and cut out my leather. Here it is. All right. Now I want to get a button. Now today I'm using these buttons, which I love. They're very bohemian style look. That is most of my jewelry is bohemian style. I do have some elegant lacy pieces of jewelry, but the reason why I go for bohemian is because it's free-spirited, and you can mix and match, and everything doesn't have to be so symmetrical, and it's fun. So I thought these were really fun pieces to make my jewelry pieces out. Now you can buy these silver buttons are really nice too. They give a really nice finish touch to your bracelets, and they match with your jump rings. I got a bunch of these online as well, and they were fairly inexpensive. So let's begin. Here is it's a piece of wood button, okay? And I wanted to incorporate some colors, pull the colors from this button to the colors of my tube beads. So there's some greens in there as well. All right, so we want to get our piece of leather. We want to make it even at the ends, and we want to thread it through the button. So this is how we just stick in one hole and the other hole. Now remember, before, which I should tell you this, before we even begin with working with the leather, I kind of stretch it out. I give it like a little tug because it's been packaged for a while, and it will give a little bit on the arm once it's worn. So you want to like just tug it a little bit. All right, so here we go. I have it threading through. I thread it through, and there we go. I want to make sure that my ends are even as well. Okay, so let's start with the underside. Now, I always love to polish off my bracelets. I like to give them a nice look. I don't want it to be where it's going to unfold on the person and it's going to break. That's not really good. I like high quality things. I do search very far and long for my leather pieces, and any components and findings I use on my pieces are good quality. All right, so with this button, what we're going to do is we're just going to make a knot. Just like if you were tying your shoe, just a little knot there. And I'm going to pull it all the way up. And there you go. Got a nice little knot right there. Now I'm going to work with both my strands. Now what I like to do is I like to have fun with these jump rings. So I am going to thread through couple of them. I don't even count how many are on there. That's the great part of bohemian jewelry. You just go with the flow. It's so free-spirited. Now with leather, if you've never worked with it before, now this is a 1.5 millimeter round. Sometimes you might find there's difficulty going through your bead. So just keep trying, and there are little tools that you can use just to try to poke through the hole there. Now I've done that one, so I'm going to do the other side. And now if you noticed on this side, there's jump rings. I don't have any here, so I think I'm going to add some jump rings on this side. Then I'm going to thread some more. And these beads I actually tarnished the edges of them, actually with gold. And in my last video, I showed how to do that. And it's really simple. You just get an ink pad while your beads are still, I'm sorry, as your beads are still in the making, not before they're glazed. You want to make sure that you've done everything you can to that bead before you glaze it, because then once you've sealed it, you can't go back. That was really fun to do too, the edging there. Just all right, so I'm almost done. I'm not going to do the whole bracelet, only for time purposes, but I will show you how I finish it all off. Okay. So let's stop there, and I'm going to put another bead on here. Now, if you want, you can even add other beads that you want. Now, if you see in the button here, there's some greens and pinks. I can even get some other accent beads and put pinks and oranges on it. But just for time purposes, I'm just going to start tying this off just like I did with this one. So you want to tie it off, but you have to be mindful that once you've tied it off, don't pull it all the way up, because then your bracelet's going to look like that. You want to give it some room, let it breathe. All right, so I usually pull it around there. You want it to be kind of loose on your wrist, like I have here. So once I've done that, now the important step here is to ensure that the size of this button can pass through, and when you like a clasp. So how you make the, 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 the little hole there is you want to press your button, Oops. Put your button between the two strips like this. Okay, and then you know that is the right size that will allow it to pass through. Then you want to make that knot while you're trying to still hold on to the button. Oops. Oh, see, sometimes leather is not so forgiving. Okay, there we go. Now you want to make sure that you have your hand held onto that button. You want to push it all the way up to meet the button, and then you know that it's enough so it can pass through. Okay, so this is the finished part I have on here, and I'm going to push it right through there, and there you go. See, so that's enough room. Now you can have fun with this, and you can put anything. If you want to add like another bead as a charm, that's fun too. And then put some jump rings. Me and my jump rings, I love them. And then another bead. And you're actually making your bead your charm, so it hangs. Now, to finish this one off, you want to make another knot and bring that all the way to the top. So at this point, I'll say, okay, I'm finished with my piece here. I don't think I want to put anything else on there. So now we have to do something with the ends. There's a ton of things you can do with it, but the one thing you want to do is just cut the pieces off. I think I'm finished with this, and I'm finished with that. Make sure that those knots are tight enough so they're not going to come apart. This is where the cement comes in. I always finish my pieces off when I cut the leather pieces, and this will dry and it won't come apart, but I always ensure good quality on the bracelets because you don't want it to fall apart on somebody's hand. Now the fun part is there's something else you can do with this, which I love, and here comes the tassels. So I would grab my pliers, a jump ring, and remember when you're opening up your jump ring, you want to open it up from side to side, not open it up like that because it's going to break. And I'm going to grab one of my tassels. Now I'm choosing the blue because look, there's blue in here. I love it. And I'm going to just attach it to one of my jump rings I had in between the beads. Close up the jump ring. And look, now I have a little tassel. Now I could have put this anywhere, but just to let you know, just have fun with it. There's so many things that you can do with it. And I could add more to this one as well. All right, so that's all about my leather bead bracelets. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, and subscribe, please. If you are interested in seeing any more of my videos, I'll make more of them. And if you want to click on the bell so you will be notified of my next video coming up. And I like to hear from people, so, give me your questions, comments. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you use for bracelets. Do you do double bracelets? Do you make them? And what type of materials do you use? I would love to hear from you, okay? You can find me on Belly Beads Made by Gina on Facebook. You can message me. If you have any questions, I'll get right back to you. All right, so have fun. See you later.